Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. What you guys are about to see is everything from last year, but it's picking up right where it left off. And without further ado, here we go. Let's get right into it.
Alright, so today we're going to be painting the axles, intermediate shaft, header, and everything over here. So all of these brackets, mounts, everything that is, in some type of way rusty or whatever, and if it's going to be like really visual, I'm going to paint it. I guess some things like this bracket's not really visual, this one's not really visual. The intermediate shaft is not really visual, but I still want to paint that stuff because it's rusty. And if most of it's going to look nice, why not make, 99% of it look nice? There are a few pieces that I can't replace or that I can't paint or whatever because I don't want to break anything taking them off. I'll show you those. Like this power steering bracket right here, I'm not going to be pulling this one off and painting it because the one bolt broke and I don't want a chance breaking the other one, even though I've been lubing the crap out of all the bolts here. Alright, but this guy is one of them. The slave's not getting, I mean, I might paint the slave, but the slave's not going to get painted. That just could get replaced. The ABS bracket is not going to get painted because I don't want nothing to happen to like the bolts or anything trying to get it out. So I left the ABS bracket and I had found one, but it was for a 94, 97. I thought they were the same and they were clearly different. Like the battery tray, I'm probably not going to paint the battery tray. We just need to replace that. And all you guys can see all the little like rusty stuff, you know what I mean? Like there's little, like I'm not pulling the subframe out to paint it. None of the suspension, you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff can get replaced. The control arms, I guess that guy can get painted right there, part of the subframe. But like I gotta take the subframe out to paint that, and that's not part of the plan. Okay. Yes, I guess it's being. That's why I said this is getting like 90 to. I guess it's getting like 90% of the stuff done. It's just gonna be mostly clean in here. It's not going to be 100%. So please throw it in the comments. You're going to be mad. You might be upset. But this is not getting a 100% restore. It's just getting a mechanical restore. And I'm taking it upon myself to paint, little brackets in that here and there. Just so that when the owner opens the hood, this looks as fresh as possible. So I'm going to be doing my best. I'm not giving it 100%, but I am doing, most of the crappy looking stuff. I'm going to be, trying to recondition most of it. Alright, so I got everything all scuffed up. These two. I didn't scuff up the fronts here because this is going to be behind the wheel bearing. I might scuff it and clean it or whatever, but I don't think I'm going to paint this. But everything else is all scuffed and ready for paint. I'm going to, I guess, air it off or wipe it down with a rag or something just to get whatever dust particles off. And then I'm going to start laying paint. Alright, so actually before I started painting, I forgot that I had to tape off the boots for the axles and the snouts where I am going to be painting. Same thing with the intermediate shaft. I also taped off the oxygen sensor. I thought about painting it, but I just taped it off just for whatever. And then there's nothing over here that needs to be taped off, so I can just paint it off, flip it over, paint it all again. Alright, here I go. I'm going to start painting. Rage on that beat, going crazy. Alright, my phone's about to die, so I'm gonna record as much as I can before I'm done for the day. The header's all painted up. It's just drying still. Same thing with the shield. This is that flame-proof paint. And then everything else is an acrylic enamel, so it's like a semi-gloss. Everything's gonna have a little sheen to it. Alright, all of this stuff is wet. I just got done painting all of this. So everything's starting to look a lot better. I can put it on the engine here soon. I still got to regasket the engine. There's still also, I'd like to paint this guy and I'd like to paint this guy still too. So these two things are going to get painted on their own whenever I reseal the engine, because this, I want to take it out, paint it. There's an O-ring right there. There's an O-ring there, and then I want to change the thermostat too. So, and then that's rusty. So I wanna sand that down and paint it so that it doesn't continue to rust. And then of course I got to paint the oil pan whenever I do take that off, because that's a little rusty, but that's on its own. And that's pretty much it. Everything else that was gonna get painted is all right here. All right, and that's it. It's all done. I'm just gonna wait for it to dry and then start putting it away, so that when it is time to mount it, it's ready. I'm gonna pick out back. I'm gonna pick. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna pick back up with you guys tomorrow. All of this will be dry by then, and I'll be able to start regasketing the engine and start mounting everything. All right, I just came in here. It's the next day. I just want to take a peek at everything here. It's all looking great, yo. It's all looking fantastic. All right, the pulleys, some more stuff, the axles, and a bunch of the stuff. The header, everything came out. Chef's kiss. Alright, so I put a bunch of the stuff away in the car just for now. Everything that's gonna get put back on the engine, for after it's gasketed, is here. If I need anything else and put it back on, then I'll put it on. I've got the engine set up here to do the timing side. I'm gonna sit out here. Once I take the water pump off, it's gonna gush some antifreeze, so I got it set up so it can just spill out of the garage. And I'm gonna just knock this side out, pull the valve cover off, pull the cam gears off, all of that good stuff, so I can get to everything behind it. Obviously it's got to get set up on timing first, and we can continue. Set the valve cover there for now, and I'm gonna bring you guys to show you how clean this engine is. Oh my goodness. Can you guys just look at how clean it is inside? Usually these rails are covered with like black, right? Look how clean everything is. Alright, here's with the light so you can see better inside. Like, look how beautiful. Like, if Anthony did anything, he took care of the engine. Super clean in here, Ant. Good job, bro. Straight up. Mad clean. I'm happy to see how clean it is in here, honestly. Doesn't even have like crazy wear. It doesn't even show that this thing lived mostly at 8,000 RPM. Like, because I know you beat the crap out of this car, bro. I'm proof. Alright, so I've got it set on timing already. Got both cans facing up. The dots are lined up. It might be a little bit off here for a sec. And then the bottom mark, you can kind of see the line is right there, and it goes straight. It's kind of tough to see. I'm trying to hold it all the way at the bottom. It goes to this tooth right here, to the tip of this tooth here, and it's lined up with it. So it's on timing. I'm gonna go ahead and get the timing belt pulled off, take the water pump off, swap all of the seals, pull the cam gears off of it, and you know, keep pushing on because I gotta get this thing back together. Alright, I got it all stripped down, and you can see the actual cam seals were leaking. See, they were wet. I'm trying to see. Alright, you can see they were all wet. Look, oil. Same here. Oil all around the cam seal. So it's a good thing I'm in here doing this. Alright, got the timing kit here. I'm gonna open it up because I need the water pump. It's a Gates timing kit, Gates timing belt, water pump, tensioner, all that jazz. Oh, yeah. It's not the blue one, but it is Gates nonetheless. Okay. I need these two. Alright, so I'm actually going to take a Scotch-Brite and just hit the O-ring surface real quick. Make sure it's free of any old gasket. Alright, well, with the water pump done, I'm going to go ahead and knock out the cam seals and put them in, get this the crank seal off, swap that out, put the timing back together. Sometimes these come right out with a pick, and if it doesn't, just use a screwdriver. Sometimes I pull these out with a pick. It's not working though. Use a screwdriver. Right out. Right out. Not difficult at all. And then you just push the new, you clean everything up and then push the new ones in. Alright, so I just had the biggest fight taking this guy off. Alright, the keyway is even still stuck in the crank. This was like stuck on here. Usually they just slide right off, and this guy, whoever was in here before, caused some damage to this snout because I had to file this down because like I got it to pull forward and then it got stuck right here. Hold on, let me turn the flash on. It got stuck on here. So whoever was in here before, they fucking damaged the snout of the crank, and it was a bitch to get this pulley off. I'm gonna clean this all up, and they didn't lube this at all neither. I'm gonna clean this all up, lube everything nice. I already filed this little corner down. Hold on, let me clean it. I filed, you can see like the damage on it, but I filed it down so the pulley can come slide past it, which it did. So yeah, that was a pain in the ass. Alright, I used a scouring pad to just clean this guy up. I gotta clean inside here, but I also cleaned the inside of this guy somewhat, and then I filed this down some more. And as you can see, slides on, spins freely. It's not supposed to spin freely, but it's how it's supposed to be. It's not stuck like it was. So now I can change the front seal and continue putting this back together. Alright, well, it's dark out here. I've got the valve cover back on it, but it's not bolted down or anything. Timing is all on. I did not rotate it at all. I'm just got this set up to where it's on timing and everything is tight. You know, the tensioner is tight, the spring is on. I got the crank bolt on it and the washer here so it doesn't get lost. I put the crank sensor back on and this rear cover with the cam gears. So everything is on, ready to go. I just need to turn it over 3 times to make sure it stays on timing, and you know, bolt the cover down and start putting the rest of the accessories on. But now since the engine is empty, I can pull this off and paint it. I'll also pull this off even though I didn't need the engine to be empty of coolant. So I'm gonna paint this and this, you know, soon off camera probably. Alright, it is the next day. The engine's on timing. I'm just gonna turn it over 3 times and to verify that it remains on timing. And then once I verified that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw everything back together on this side, put all the covers, post mount, all of that, and then start putting the accessories on the front side. And then I'll start stripping these two to prep those for paint, throw them back on. So here we go. You can see we're still lined up there. Alright, and you can see we are still lined up here. The mark is right there on the tip of this tooth, and it goes right there. I like to put it to this corner where this meets right here, and then follow the tip of the tooth all the way down to the line, which is right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Anyway, it is on timing after the 3 turns. Alright, so I went ahead and painted the water tube and the PCV thing, And then I've got the thermostat installed with the dial at 12 o'clock. Just wanted to show you guys. And it is a fail-safe thermostat, so if it goes bad, it's going to say stuck open instead of stuck closed. And it is also a lower temp by 10 degrees because he's going to be running it at the track just to keep the engine cooler while he's beating the crap out of it. So I just wanted to show you guys the thermostat was at 12 and everything is painted before I put it all back together. Alright, so I did sand down the alternator bracket in a few places so that it can ground the alternator real good. I just wanted to put that on camera. Alright, I got the adjustment bracket so that it's ground, so that the alternator grounds well. I got it all cleaned up, all the metal, so it'll ground through the top and through the bottom. Well, I just got done replacing the rear main seal, and I took the cover off and replaced the seal behind it with our new RTV. I used the right stuff. It doesn't show it right now, right stuff. And this is right now, it's drying, it's still wet. I did pull the studs out of the bottom and replace them with bolts. Alright, so this is in there. It's good. Now I can put the flywheel and the clutch assembly on this side. I think I'm done for the day. I can't put the intake manifold on it because Napa gave me the wrong gasket. They gave me one for a non-VTEC B series. So I can't put that on. I guess I could throw the alternator on, but I'm just gonna wait for that. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna let you guys go on this video. I'm gonna show you guys the motor before the video ends. But I'm done. See y'all later. See y'all on the next one. Peace.